Two important concepts to keep in mind throughout this video are recovery and the stress vulnerability model. Recovery. Recovery from severe and persistent mental illness means different things to different consumers. When consumers talk about recovery, they often describe a process of regaining hope, self-esteem, meaning, motivation, and a sense of control over their lives. One way to think about recovery is as the process of a person reaching a point where mental illness is no longer the center of his or her life.
And you can live a pretty good or better life than most people. And that they teach you that you may have limits today, but that you won't be limited always. There's always a chance that you can come out better if you continue to work with your program, your doctors, your therapists, and things like that.
Things are starting to get the way they used to be, a little easier. My thinking's coming back, my coordination's coming back, my thinking's coming back, everything just is coming back for me. But it just took time, and I ain't got nothing else but time, so I can hold out as long as it's gonna take, because I got goals and I'm gonna reach them. That's just how it is.
The stress vulnerability model. According to the stress vulnerability model, some people have a biological vulnerability for severe mental illness. When these individuals experience stress, they are likely to experience psychiatric symptoms along with the cognitive, functional, and social impairments that accompany those symptoms.
With assertive community treatment, we really try to take a holistic approach in providing treatment because the individuals that we work with have lost so much. They don't just have a serious and persistent mental illness, but the symptoms of that illness have caused them to lose relationships with their families, to lose the ability or the skills to care for their apartment, to care for themselves. And so the assertive community treatment team is going to go in and focus on every aspect of their life, because you can't have good mental health if you're hungry. You can't have good mental health if you're living in filth. You and I are not going to have good mental health if we can't get to our doctor's appointments to be able to interact with our doctors.
The stress vulnerability model suggests three broad goals for interventions: reducing biological vulnerability, reducing the risk of experiencing stressors, and changing a person's susceptibility to stressors, including their response to stressors. Assertive community treatment teams accomplish these goals through ongoing, comprehensive assessment and treatment planning that addresses multiple areas of need and skills development.
Assertive community treatment is not necessarily a program that you're trying to fit people into. It's a program that you're wrapping around an individual and helping them to develop their own treatment plan and help them to achieve their goals. You're going to need to step outside of the traditional mental health box and try things that probably have never been tried before.